Camping.
Camping. Ooh. Let's talk about camping.
Let's get rid of it.
Just altogether.
In general. I like people talk about like every time I pass a campground, I'm like, there could be a Walmart here.
This is the Bill Squire Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. I am your host, Bill Squire, and I'm here with AJ DeCosimo.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
And you went to Burger King, and what happened?
All right. So,
first of all, Wendy's is the place you should go. I am paid to tell people to go to Wendy's, and I have no problem with that because I love going to Wendy's.
Are you really paid to tell people to go to Wendy's?
On the radio show, yes.
Oh, okay.
It's a little
That's cool.
bonus thing. So.
Do you like try to force it in, or do you like kind of like pre-plan it?
I mean, there's planned spots that I do, but then if I find a place
to do it,
bring it up, I will always bring it up.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about Burger King.
Let's talk about Burger King. And
so I do DoorDash every now and then.
Yes.
When I'm bored. Burger King does the worst thing in the world where they don't even start making the food until you get there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is the worst possible thing because now I got to wait.
Yeah.
Instead of getting to the customer.
So it's like you get there and you're ordering for them.
No, they have it. They have it. They
have the order.
They have the order. They just don't even start making it.
So they say, okay, I'm here to pick up this order. And they go, oh, okay. It'll be a few minutes.
Yeah, they're just like, we're going to need you to wait in line. And all Burger King started doing this thing, too, where there's like a sensor like at the window that times them in there. So every time you go, they always ask you to pull up a little bit so they don't get in trouble. Where it's just like, okay, that just gives you like a reason to fuck off and slack around.
That's interesting. I didn't know about that.
You find out a lot of things about places when you DoorDash, man.
Yeah.
But
what other little DoorDash secrets could you tell to us after you tell the rest of this Burger King story?
All right.
I know you wanted to get violent.
So I had two orders, and I knew that this was going to be a pain.
Right.
I knew it was going to be a pain, and I had two orders to pick up for two separate people.
So what made you know that it was going to like?
Because I know Burger King.
So you just know Burger King.
I just know
is the problem. Like they're the problem.
They're the problem here. Yeah. So I just know it's gonna be a pain in the ass, and I have to wait for two orders now to come out. So I get there, and the sign's closed. Like the sign is off, and it's all dark. There's no lights going on, and I'm like,
what time is this?
This is like 11:30.
Okay, so midnight. Like around the time that they're gonna close.
Yeah. And I get up to the thing. Actually, this might have been earlier. This might have been like 10. Okay. Around 10. So I get there, and the girl through the speaker is just like, we're not taking any orders. This is DoorDash only. I'm like, well, that's great.
Well, you're in luck.
Well, you're in luck, ma'am.
I am a DoorDasher.
I'm a DoorDasher. So I told her, she's just like, okay, what are the names on the order? And I told her the one name. And then I'm like halfway through telling her the second name. And then she's just like, can you just pull into the parking lot? I'm like, what? Like, you didn't even listen to my second name. She's just like, oh, what's the second name? I told her the name. And she's just like, I'm going to need you to wait in the parking lot. It's going to be a minute. And then I just lost it. I'm just like, no, fuck you. I'm not going to go wait in the parking lot. She was just like, wait, what? And then I like come around. I'm like driving like really slowly past the window. And her and I are like fighting through the window, like arguing. She's like, who do you think you're talking to? I'm like, I'm talking to you if you were on the speaker. And she was just like,
why did that get you so heated?
Because one, she didn't even pay attention. Like, she wasn't even listening to the order. Like, I said the first name.
But is there a chance that there was only 2 orders left for the night and they were your orders, so she kind of knew?
No, the parking lot was filled.
Okay, all right.
With like DoorDashers.
All right.
And
I'm surprised that many people are door dashing Burger King.
oh, dude.
Right.
I'm
I would
never
DoorDash
doing it
Wendy's,
again.
but, yeah.
I'm never doing it again.
You're never doing DoorDash again?
No,
Or
I'm never
no-
doing. Every
Burger
time I
King?
see a Burger King order.
No.
So if you're listening to Burger King, like I'm not picking it up.
Take that.
Yeah, Burger King.
But he'll pay for your Wendy's.
I'm having it my way. That's right. And we're like yelling at each other through the fucking drive-through window. She's like, "I'm gonna come out there." I'm like, "If you come to my car, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking face."
You come to my car, you better bring my fucking Burger King.
Yeah, I know. You better bring these goddamn orders. So I told probably
There wasn't a chance that she was just like really in the weeds and you needed to just wait and
it's every time. It's every single time. Like
well, it sounds like that. Then it sounds like you're doing the right thing by not going to Burger King anymore.
I'm not doing it.
Also, happy birthday.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I my birthday was yesterday.
Your birthday is yesterday. How old are you now? 33?
32.
32.
32. Okay. I got my poker chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trevor.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to donate
One
to
of
you.
a
I still
kind.
haven't donated to
I know,
you
and
yet.
he asked me, "Was when's AJ going to donate?"
Oh, yeah, I gotta
He's very
donate.
fastidious. Like
I
he's
know.
very on task. That Trevor.
I know.
And he's like, I haven't got my stickers yet either. I was like, I told you I'm very bad at mailing things. I will
Yeah.
mail those things eventually. But when I say I'm going to mail something, I'm giving the window is 6 years.
6 years.
Like it's not something I do immediately because it's not super priority. Like I might just drive to his house and drop him off rather than mail it because I hate mailing things that much. Even though I do, I don't know.
Does he live far from here?
It was in Kent.
Mail it, dude.
I know.
It's so much. It's so much closer just to go to a mailbox
I know.
than it is to drive to Kent.
I know. But it's just the principle of it.
It's just. The
I don't know why
principle.
that's where I'm principled, but
It's way less time to put a stamp
Yes, I know,
on something and take it to a mailbox.
well, I need to like. It's not just a stamp because they're stickers.
Right.
There's kind of a lot of them.
Are you okay?
I breathed wrong.
You,
I did the wrong breathing.
how do you? I breathed down the wrong
I
tube.
breathed in the wrong way. Like I just brought in a real big gasp of air. All right, so I cut you off on something because you were talking about door dashing and
No, there's another thing that a bunch of DoorDashers, they're just saying.
I saw this.
Yeah, everyone's like agreeing nobody's taking any order below $7.
$7 or yeah.
Which I never did anyway.
Right.
But like I'll run into like DoorDashers that like take everything. They'll like for $3 drive 17 miles.
What are you doing?
I'm like, yeah, why are you doing that?
And how is that even like a thing to drive 17 miles for a $3 order? Like that seems ridiculous.
Well,
like they should have their
so-
system in place.
So as a DoorDasher, it's like $3 is your base pay.
Mm-hmm.
That's what DoorDash pays you to do the delivery. You depend on tips.
Yeah.
So everything outside of that is like tips.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, no, like if you don't
You're
tip,
just hoping for a tip.
yeah. So
Yeah.
if I see a $3 order, I'm not taking it. I don't care if that person gets their food.
Wait, so don't you get $3 no matter what, or you only get $3?
It's $3 minimum. Like that's what DoorDash pays you.
All right, so if you get, it says, but it can be up to $7.
No, it can be more. Like the biggest delivery I've ever had was like $39.
Oh, nice. Okay, so like
Yeah.
$7 is like your minimum.
Me,
That's your personal minimum.
No, my personal minimum is I don't even get out of my house for less than 8.
Okay.
But 7, it's like if everybody's playing along, there's like I'll take $7 deliveries,
Yeah.
depending on how far I have to go. I'll do like $1 per mile. That's
Yeah.
my
That makes sense.
that's my thing, and I'm nothing under $7 now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it.
Well, that makes sense. It
Yeah.
seems like a smart way to do it. And because of these things, I don't DoorDash or Uber Eats anymore because it's just fucking too expensive.
It is, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
like really what it comes down to, every once in a while I will, but like I was doing it a lot
yeah,
during the
the pandemic.
like the
And
the peak of the pandemic, I was getting a lot delivered.
dude, they do these things like every day they have them
Mm-hmm.
in whatever region, because like when you sign into the app, there's like you could deliver like regions, like parts of your city.
Yeah.
And I always sign into this one part, and they do these things like a couple times a day called peak pay.
Yeah.
Like DoorDash will pay you an extra $3 to deliver in this region.
Oh, nice.
So it's just like you get the $3 base pay plus the $3 peak pay,
Nice.
dude. And
So that's how you make it actually worth doing.
right. In the heat of the pandemic,
Yeah.
I was seeing like $11 peak pays
Nice.
on top of tips, on top of base pay, which was like insane. I
Yeah.
was making like $20 a delivery at one point.
It
was insane.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Whoopsie, come here. Potter. So we got into this discussion on the Alan Cox Show about baseball, and I was throwing out these ideas of how we could make baseball better. Because we went to the home opener, and it was just, some games are very entertaining, but there's some that are kind of duds.
It's a lot of it's a couple seconds of interesting things happening, and then a lot of people standing around doing nothing.
And in the summer, like when it's warm out and you're, just feeling it a little bit more, it can be like it's like a great summer pastime. But in the cold and stuff like that, you kind of get like a little.
I prefer the fall, like autumn.
But then those games
baseball
are very meaningful too.
Yeah.
So, but like this early in the season, and it was just fun to be at the home opener and be at a game. So, like, I'm not saying I didn't have a good time, but I do think that baseball could use some updates. And I came up with the idea of getting rid of the shortstop, because that is like a position that they added like at some point in like the early 1900s.
Okay.
So get rid of that, and then only have 2 outfielders, so that you're going to get more base runners. You're going to get more, just more action overall.
Okay.
Some guys are going to bat like 600. It's going to be great.
Yeah,
It's gonna be really
it'll
exciting.
be insane. I don't know if I'm there with you.
At least get rid of the
shortstop.
Get rid of the shortstop, I think.
That's probably the best player on the field is the shortstop.
Right, but you put them as a second baseman, and then they just have more to cover.
And then what happens to the second baseman?
Well, they're the second baseman. The shortstop becomes the second baseman.
Right,
so
but what happened to the original second baseman?
You have the first baseman, second baseman, third base. You have 3 players.
So
in
we
the
just
infield.
cut that guy.
We're just cutting that guy.
Okay.
And so there's 8. There's
No,
6,
there would be 7 people.
7 fielders.
Because, yeah,
you have the
getting rid of
catcher. You have the 3 on the infield. You have the 3 in the outfield.
2,
But I say
2 in the outfield.
I say get rid of the 3rd in the outfield, or the center fielder, and they have to cover right center and left center, because fly balls are so easy for them to
get
take
out
care
there.
of. Like every once in a while you get like an amazing play, but if you just have 2 outfielders, they're going to be like hucking those balls down. And here is how you keep it from like being too, I don't know, people getting too many runs. If you hit a ball into the outfield, if it doesn't touch any infield dirt, you have to make it to second.
You have to, so you can't.
So if you hit-
so we're getting rid of the single.
Well, no, you can get an infield single.
Oh, so like it has to bounce in the infield into the outfield. Is how you get
that's
a
an infield single. Okay. But if you hit a line drive and it touches in the outfield, you have to go to second base.
So it's double or nothing.
Right.
Okay.
Or you're automatically out. So they have to run down that ball and get to second base or even third base. I don't care.
Well, it has to be an extra base hit.
It has to be an extra
Everything
base hit.
has to be an extra base hit.
If it's hitting to the outfield.
Well, the records have to be.
Who cares about the records?
Oh, okay. So
I don't
we're
give
just,
a fuck about the records.
We don't give a fuck about
I
records.
just don't care about the records.
755 is a holy record.
Cool. And then it just gets to be that record forever. We're changing baseball. This is new baseball.
This is new baseball.
There's Major League Baseball, and now there's new Major League Baseball.
But part of loving baseball are these numbers.
These numbers mean fucking nothing to me.
They mean Joe DiMaggio's hitting streak means nothing?
No, because he didn't play against black people.
No, I think Joe DiMaggio did.
I don't think he did.
Joe DiMaggio did.
Look it up. I don't have.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Joe
was he, in the
DiMaggio
60s?
definitely. No, he might. I think he was like 40s, 50s.
And
Babe Ruth didn't play against black
when
people.
was the color berry? Like Jackie Robinson.
40. It was like 45, I think.
All right. Jackie Robinson. Color barrier. All right. I think it was later than that.
What, the color barrier?
Yeah.
No, it was in the 40s.
All right, late 40s.
Yeah.
1947.
Okay.
So when was Joe DiMaggio?
For some reason, it's not. Hold on, Joe DiMaggio.
Again, even if he did, I still like that's a cool one, I guess.
Yeah, and Hank Aaron's breaking Babe Ruth's record. His playing.
But again,
career.
like I don't care about Babe Ruth's record.
He played from 36 to 51.
Okay, so what Joe DiMaggio
Played from 36 to 51.
hit streak was what year?
Yeah, what season was that?
1941. So
Oh,
he did not play against black people.
Well, the hit streak didn't happen.
Right.
Right.
But that's your big thing. Like, oh, the hit streak. 56 game hit streak against white people. I can hit 56 times against the white people.
Don't get me. Okay. So let me try to word this as sensitively as possible.
I'm saying if you don't play against the best players, none of your stats matter. And they didn't play against the best players.
Hold on. I think Babe Ruth's home run record stood until Hank Aaron broke it.
Yes.
He didn't play against any black players.
Right. So Babe Ruth's
which
record
shows you how hard it is anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yes, I understand that it's playing against the competition that's there, but it's also I don't care.
No, I
don't care.
That's a different thing.
I don't care. I don't care about his record because I know that there are guys. What's his name? Gilbert. Like this guy hit 800.
Josh.
Yeah.
Josh. Oh my God, he's one of the greatest baseball players ever.
Gibson.
Josh Gibson.
Yeah. So Josh Gibson hit like 800 home runs,
and I think those are legitimate home runs.
Right. And so, but he never got to play in Major League Baseball,
which is unfair.
Right. So that's why I don't care about the stats that much. And then you have the steroid era where that doesn't matter to me because they're all on steroids. But it was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch.
So give me that fun to watch. Yeah. And I think new baseball is going to be fun
to
watch.
Baseball was much better when it was on steroids. But I can't hold... Babe Ruth was famous for wanting to integrate the game. He said as much.
Okay.
And I can blame baseball.
I think baseball is
to blame.
They're absolutely to blame, and it's also a very
but I can't hold
sport.
I can't hold that against Babe Ruth though.
I'm not holding it against Babe Ruth. I'm just saying it doesn't like when I was a kid. I'm like, oh, Babe Ruth, he hit all these home runs, and I'm not as impressed by it now because I have more knowledge
of baseball and understanding of the game. I think there's your argument's valid. To me, hitting 350 is hitting 350, and that's the beauty about numbers and math, is it doesn't have a color barrier.
But it does when you don't like hitting 350 in college is not the same as, or in minor leagues is not the same as hitting 350.
It's not
at the major league level.
No, it's not.
So like,
but that's why you separate it.
Yeah. So when you're going like, okay, this is the major leagues, they're hitting 350, but also the way that the game is played is so different now. So like they're bringing, I mean, anybody now, the way they bring in relief pitchers and
I mean, the relief pitcher definitely was the biggest change to the game, I think.
So there's so many things that they've already changed in the game just to stay competitive and like try and manipulate how games are played. So why not take it one step further and say, okay, how can we make this more exciting? Because right now it's not all that exciting.
I mean,
you get exciting games once in a while, but I think you get exciting games on a daily basis where we're going to showcase athleticism more than they are right now.
Here's what I think, that if we're talking about baseball here, which obviously we are. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah.
But I think that the big problem with baseball is the philosophy behind the organization. They want it to be a regional game. Or you're from Cleveland, you root for the Indians. Mm-hmm. You're from Pittsburgh, you root for the Pirates. You know,
right.
It's
why would that go away?
Well, no, because it's when I'll tune into TNT and watch the Kings and the Celtics. Mm-hmm. I'll watch any. I'm not watching another baseball game if it's not my team.
Right, but imagine if every game was fucking wild.
Right.
Where you're getting a hit every game and you're getting, these plays at second, like dudes getting thrown. Like, I think it's way more exciting.
I think the big
and then you're
problem,
gonna have guys that are going to thrive in that situation, and it's going to raise their profile, and then it's going to be like the NBA is, where like you're tuning in to watch a player, not just a team. Like I root for the Cavs, but if Dame Lillard's on, I'm going to watch.
I'm going to watch Dame,
and that's I love watching him play.
And it's an age old argument, but if Mike Trout was walking down the street, would you recognize him?
No, I don't even know what he looks like.
He's one of the best baseball players I've ever seen.
Yeah.
With my eyes, I've been watching baseball. Like he's
incredible.
He's the best. He's one of the best. He's gonna go down as one of the top 20 baseball players of all time. I know what he looks like, But if you had him standing next to LeBron or next to Tom Brady or next to even Ronaldo, I know I'm more familiar with Cristiano Ronaldo than I am with Mike Trout.
Yeah.
And Mike Trout is the best
player
I've ever seen.
In a generation, yeah.
Right. I mean, it's between him and Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah. So I get that. And so, like, but I think what I would do to baseball would make him a higher profile player because you're going to tune in every day to try and see what he's doing.
What he's going to do.
And
Yeah.
I think also
This is what they did with the home run race.
Right.
Between McGuire and Sosa.
Yeah.
It's just that was the best summer of my life.
it was incredible.
It was amazing. And it was exciting. And they didn't hit a home run every game.
No, but every day you would.
You looked in.
Yeah, you checked it on Sports Center or whatever to see like what happened.
You're like, oh, the Cubs are playing. Oh, the
Yeah.
Cardinals are playing. Let's check that game out because I want to see them.
Well, even just like him coming here, those games. I mean, the Indians were selling out anyway, but like,
Right.
it wasn't. It was a media circus just because Mark McGwire was in town.
And then the villain, like Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds was great for baseball.
Yeah.
Even though he cheated and did steroids, he was great for baseball.
Yeah.
Everybody was watching him try to go for Hank Aaron's home run record.
Yep. And so what I want to do is just change the game a little bit to make it more fun. And again, we're going to have to reset, maybe keep Major League Baseball and just have a new league where, this is the XFL of baseball.
Okay. I do think in a lot of ways baseball needs to be blown up and restructured and organized.
I think I'm onto something with that.
Yeah, you're onto something with that.
All right. So that's kind of the theme of this episode is how we can change things or get rid of things or just kind of adapt things to a modern era. The next thing, let's go with one of yours.
Camping.
Camping. Ooh. Let's talk about camping.
Let's get rid of it.
Just
in
altogether?
general. I like people talk about like every time I pass a campground, I'm like, there could be a Walmart here.
We don't need fucking nature. We could have Walmarts
Well,
here.
no, I mean, I'm not saying like dismantle the national parks. Like,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, you wouldn't catch me fucking dead in one of those either. Because I don't fucking like nature. I respect it, and it should be over there. I'll be over here. Camping.
I like nature, but I need it to be very much nature that caters to me. So like
You're-
glamping, like going to a cabin and staying in a place where I have a beautiful view and I have a bed to sleep in. Like I'm going to sleep in a bed. So I'm with you on camping because I like people are like, oh, we have these days off. We're going to go camping. I'm like, why? How is that relaxing? How is it relaxing to try and get to this place that nobody knows where it is? And then we get there and it's raining and then we got to set up fucking tents in the rain.
It's work.
And then, it's
work. It's being homeless on purpose.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's just
People act like camping's so fucking fun.
It's not.
It is.
It's horrible. I remember like going camping when my dad would take us camping.
I have to get blackout just to enjoy being on a campsite. I was like blackout drunk.
My dad used to take me and my brother camping, and this was shortly after my parents got a divorce. He bought a camper, and that was the first time I'm like, "Oh, you and mom are not getting back together." Like this is the stage of a divorce. Okay, my dad's in the I'm buying a camper phase.
Yeah.
And it was never my thing, but I like played along because I knew he wanted to have an experience with me. My brother loved it. And I would play along up until my dad would want to do something like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, let's go fishing at 2 in the
like,
morning.
why
I'm
would we
like,
do
no,
that?
I'm not doing that.
No.
I don't want to do that.
First of all, I don't like fish that much.
Right.
Like I don't want to clean it. Like if I'm gonna eat fish, I would like it to be in sushi, and I'd like it to just be there.
I'm gonna go to the store.
Right.
Like
We have stores
we
now.
didn't listen. We didn't spend hundreds of thousands of years evolving and standing upright and moving out of nature just so I could go sleep on the fucking ground in a tent.
Right, and then catch fish in a river like a fucking Neanderthal.
Yeah, let's sleep on the ground and pitch a tent. It's like, no, I have a house with I camp there
And
every day.
Climate control. Like
Right.
it might, I'll open the windows on a day like today where it's nice out, but I don't need that much nature. I also have real bad seasonal allergies. So like lately, I like going for walks. I like going on temporary little nature things, but I only like nature to help me appreciate how much more I like being inside. And when people are like,
All
oh,
right.
it's pretty outside, I'm like, yeah, I went outside for an hour and now I'm done being outside. I don't like to be outside all day long unless I'm just like drinking by a pool.
Let me tell you how much I hate camping.
Yeah.
I'll be on Tinder, and the second I see, it doesn't matter how attractive she is or how cool she seems, if I see a woman on Tinder holding a fish on a line or like pitching a tent or something,
Like,
it's
I love
automatic
being
swipe left.
outdoors. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
We're not getting along.
Yeah.
You want nothing to do with me. I'm doing us both a favor.
My girlfriend likes that kind of stuff, and I'm like, well, have fun.
Yeah,
Like, I
be my
can
guest.
do, so let's fix camping, and the way you fix camping is by living in a house
Yeah, you
that's it.
you just live in a house. Don't go anywhere.
and watch new baseball.
That is camping, right? Homeless people camp.
Right.
Only people who are fortunate enough to can afford to live like a homeless person for a weekend.
Right, and then that and it is fucking expensive too because you have to buy all the gear. And I've never used a tent twice.
I don't even know.
I'll buy a tent and then I'll be so fucking frustrated when I have to pack it up because nobody knows how to pack them up
No.
properly. And then I'll take it out the next time. Like, oh, we got to air out the tent because we're gonna go camping, and we got to make sure it's all ready to go. And I'll take it all apart, and it's a different color than when I put it in there. There's 8 poles missing. There's a shrew's nest in it. Like, it's just
a shrew's nest.
there's just nothing good about it. And then you got to get all your other fucking camp chairs stuff. It's just like, I'm
the
with
dumbest
you.
shit in the world.
And then I also was in Boy Scouts, and so I had to go on like forced camping trips for that shit. Like, and I'm like, I don't want to go on these.
and
And,
then-
so and they're like, oh, but it's fun. I'm like, no, your idea of fun is not my idea of fun. Like, I don't have a good time doing this stuff.
We spend a third of our lives working.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's 24 hours in a day. You divide that by 3, it's 8. You spend 8 hours asleep, 8 hours at work, 8 hours doing whatever the fuck you want to do. None of those things involve me roughing it,
Right.
making things harder on me on purpose. I get 2 days off a week. I get 2 days off a week. And every time you've gone camping, doesn't it feel like you just worked all
Right.
weekend?
It's like, oh, I need a day off just from the camping.
Right. And it's just, but no, I got to go fucking work tomorrow.
Yeah. And then like,
So I can
especially-
afford my next camping trip.
And then like, even as a fat guy, like trying to sleep on a air mattress in a camp, like I have a joke of like, as a fat person sleeping on a air mattress, it's like, it's just whispering to you all night that you need to lose weight.
Hey, you being on me doesn't feel very good.
Oh, you're going to be on the ground in like 15 minutes.
Please don't have sex on me.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Have
fan
you ever
of
had?
camping.
I've never had sex on a camping trip.
I have.
Have you?
I have.
Is it better or worse than regular sex?
It's worse.
Of course it is. Why? Because why wouldn't it be?
Why would it be
Everything's
good?
worse.
Yes.
On camping. You know how they say like
Like
drinking.
I said, I have to drink so much on a camping trip to have a good time. And then people be like, oh, but I like cooking over a fire. I'm like, I have a grill.
I'll go to Burger King where everything's flame broiled.
I would go to Wendy's.
Have it old fashioned, man.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm all for getting rid of camping and like making just people can't talk about it.
I hate it.
Like
boy.
don't and stop
hate
telling
it
me
so
you're
much.
having a good time camping. You're not. You're just not an interesting person.
that's-
So you have
that-
to pretend like, oh, I know how to do these things, these skills that are irrelevant now. And
That's
like,
right.
Like you're not impressing me with any of that stuff. I learned how to do that stuff as a child because it's not hard to do.
No, it's not.
I got all the merit badges. I had all the merit badges to pass for my Eagle Scout because I had to get my Eagle Scout before I could drive. And so I had all the merit badges.
Wait, why did you have to get
That was like
a
my
parent?
our family's rule. So I had all the merit badges, all that shit done at 14 years old because I wanted to be able to drive when I turned 16. And then I had to do like this Eagle project, got that done, and still because of the class, like I was there. I was like ready to go. And you know those things are not that hard.
No.
And they make it seem like, oh, it's survival.
It's like, oh,
I'm
here we're tying a knot.
Yeah, tie a knot. You know, none of it was a challenge at all.
Evade the sexual predator.
Right. That's another good joke I had. Is when the Boy Scouts they teach you things like how to start a fire without a match, or how to find shelter, or how to testify in open court
against your Boy Scout
Yeah,
leader. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very much against
Camping.
and like when people suggest it as a vacation. No, I don't even like staying. Like even the idea of going to I like going to a cabin or something like that. That's fine, but it's got to be a nice cabin. It's got to have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's got to have. I want to be able to watch TV. Like I like the idea of looking out and seeing like a nice lake and some mountains, but I don't want to rough it.
Right, but even then, Bill, you live in a lake
I know.
condo. Like, just stay home.
I know, and that's what I was thinking of. Like, I have
literally,
some time
I look out your window. That's Canada.
Yeah.
You're on vacation.
I know, and that's what I said. Like, I have some time off in July, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. I'm like, oh wait, I have a pool. I'm just going to get drunk in my pool. That's like, I'm just going to get drunk for 8 days in a row in my pool, and that's going to be more relaxing because I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to try and like meet new people or do anything like that. It's the maximum amount of relaxation that I can get.
They say that
I don't care about seeing things either. Like, I don't know, like
right.
sightseeing.
I just Google it.
Right.
It's right there.
When people are like, oh, I want to see the world. I've been to parts of the world that nobody's been to, and it's fucking not that great. We're such curmudgeons right now.
No, I know. I know. It's okay.
Right, but there are natural things that like I don't care about going to a museum all that much.
Okay.
I mean, I like going to I like our art museum here, but going to another city and like having activities like, oh, you have to go to this restaurant. You have to, if I'm there for some reason, then that's great. But I don't like having to like do shit when I'm on vacation.
Right.
I like the best vacation I ever went on was when I was paid to go to Jamaica, and we broadcast in the afternoon, and I got to sit in a lazy river and drink like fruity drinks.
When did you get paid to go to Jamaica?
Like 2016.
Oh, through the station?
Through the station, yeah.
What? They were just, hey, we're sending you to Jamaica?
They sent the whole team, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's fantastic.
That's cool.
And like there were some excursions that we went on. Like we went to like a zip line thing, and we went to see, I don't even remember what we did because we went like four-wheeling or something.
What?
And those were okay.
Would I have been a jerk if I was just like, no, you guys go ahead? Like, did you have to do it?
I mean, I wanted to do it.
No. I know, but like
I didn't have to do it,
me, I would be like, I'll just come to the studio and I'll do my part over here. You guys can go to Jamaica.
You wouldn't want to go to Jamaica?
I wouldn't have wanted to.
But you don't drink though, so.
No, I don't drink. But like, okay, and here's the thing that
it was also like October, November, like that's where we watched the election results roll in, and like everybody's like crying. Like me and Alan are laughing, like, holy shit, we couldn't believe that Hillary actually lost.
That was insane.
Yeah, it was
insane.
But
at least you were in Jamaica.
We were in Jamaica, and we were like, are we going to be able to get home?
You're right. I wonder what it's like up there right now.
But like, and the drinking there was like the right amount of drinking. Like I never got too fucked up or anything like that. But again, I'm going to have almost as much fun in July when I'm here just drinking down by my pool and like listening to yacht rock all day.
Yeah, so if I would have been working at the station, I would have been like, yeah, I don't want to go. Like,
really?
You guys go ahead. Yeah.
Wow, you've over curmudgeoned me,
dude. I was at work. This was like late last year. Everybody at work, like the company bought everybody lunch. I didn't want anything. I swear to God, you would have thought it was the most controversial thing in the world. You would have thought that I just pulled out a gun and shot someone in the head.
Because you didn't want any of the lunch?
Because I didn't want any lunch. And they're just like, why not? We're just trying to do something nice. It's just like, well, I appreciate the sentiment.
Right,
I'm not
you say
fucking
thank you,
hungry.
but no thank you. Yeah.
Right. Like people like when you like reject a nice thing. And I'm just wondering how the people at MMS would have reacted. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm good on Jamaica.
They would have been like, that's fine, because they save money then. So.
Oh, okay.
Or somebody else would have just gone. All right, here's another thing that I want to fix. So I feel like, let me just set up this scenario. Imagine you go to. Have you ever been to the Cleveland Museum of Art?
Yeah, I love that place.
I love that place too. And that's the thing. It's like I don't need to go to the Met because I can just go that one.
We have a pretty good collection.
We have
here.
a great collection, but I know how to get there. I know that familiarity is very important to me, and also like knowing that I can go on a Tuesday morning and not be in a big crowd. Whereas like everything in New York is always super crowded, and I don't like being in those big crowds. But anyway, imagine you go to the Cleveland Museum of Art and you're walking around, and you lock eyes with this girl, and she's hot, and as you're going through all the different exhibits, you keep seeing her, and then like out of the corner of your eye, you notice that she's like looking at you. And
I think Bill fell in love with the Mona Lisa.
Well, and then as you look over again, she goes, hey. And then she pulls her tits out real quick, and you look at him, and then she just walks away. and then you keep seeing her throughout the museum.
Did this happen to you?
No.
Okay, hold on.
But
I'm follow. Okay, I'm trying to follow.
But every time you see her, she like either says something nasty to you, or she shows you her tits again, or flashes her butt, or something like that, as you're going through this museum. And that is my reinvention of strip clubs. Because strip clubs, you walk in and you're desensitized almost immediately.
Yeah, you're like, okay, there's tits everywhere.
There's tits everywhere, and it's just it's so transactional that it loses a lot of the appeal. So my idea is to take spaces where we are not normally seeing things like that, and then
inserting those things.
So like what it turns out, Tuesday at from 11 to 3, there's a few strippers that are walking around the museum, and they know the people that they're supposed to show their tits to, and you pay for that experience.
Well, if we did that, then I guess I'm never getting in trouble for masturbating in a Wendy's.
As long as you do it during breakfast hours only, during stripper hours only.
During stripper hours only.
No, but wouldn't that be like so, or imagine you go to like your like some sort of like business meeting or like a business conference, and there's just this girl, and like she's, you see her at the conference, and then like every once in a while you'll walk past her in the hallway, and she'll be like, "Here's my tits," and then she just keeps going.
Boobies.
Yeah, and like,
do I have to do that with
physical.
my dick?
No, you're not. You just get to see tits.
But I think I would much rather be able to pull out my dick anywhere.
Okay, well then that can be your.
Yeah, that would be my change. It's just like
a reverse strip club. Now we're talking.
Yeah, now it's just like I just have my dick hanging out. For me and Louis. No, I mean I don't have like a thing, but it would be cool like just to stand there next to like I don't know, fucking a Pollock. Yeah, just with my penis out.
Okay. Are you hard? Or you just
I like having the option knowing like I would just be able to pull my penis out and nobody would really care. There's only like think about this, dude.
No, but
like,
that's not.
There
like,
are way less places. No, it's not even a turn on.
Okay, so that's just like a power thing, but that's different.
No, it's not even a power thing.
Well, or it's just a freedom thing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's just a freedom thing.
I like the idea of doing it and like having it be like doing sexy things in places where you're not supposed to do it, or creating, or even like a restaurant where, it's like a regular restaurant, but then they take you in this back room and they're like, "Hey, you can look at my tits real quick," and then we'll get back out and you can eat your food.
That sounds like a strip club,
right?
Like a restaurant where you can see tits,
right? But it's not got the restaurant. It's not got the strip club decor. It looks like a Chili's. It looks like a Chili's, and then the server's like, so do you want the riblets? And then also, if you want, you can give me $25 and we go to this room over here, and you can look at my tits for 4 minutes.
Okay, all right.
I'll dance a little bit.
Yeah, it's good.
And you'll be like, oh.
I had a stripper fart on me once. That did happen.
Did you kill her?
No, it was awesome.
Did you come?
No, it was so endearing. I was like, oh, that's nice.
I went to a strip club once.
Like, I'm so sorry.
That's hilarious. That's kind of cute.
It was. I'm just cute. Like, it's fine. Yeah. Like, not a big deal. I mean, we weren't even like in a private thing. We were like just like kind of like hanging out, like out in the front, and she was just there dancing. And she had a little butt toot. And I'm like, you farted.
That's kind of amazing.
That was great.
Do you have anything else you want to fix?
No.
No, we
just camping.
Camping. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that happened in my life this week. No, just a lot of walking.
Oh, you were doing a lot of walking?
I do. I'm going for 5 miles a day.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Just because I'm a slave to my Apple Watch goals, and so every month it gives you a goal and you earn badges for it. So I have all these worthless digital badges.
But then you could get your driver's license after you get all of them.
Quite a good callback.
Yeah.
Quite a good callback. Yeah, so I like the idea of doing the non-strip clubs, fixed baseball, no camping.
Yeah, I'm over
camping. And I also kind of like the idea, socially distanced concerts. I know that they're going to pack us all in, but I like the idea of having some room.
Yeah.
I don't like being jammed up with everybody.
I'm the opposite.
You want to be all touching on
Whenever
people?
I go to like Blossom, like I went and saw James Taylor a couple years ago, and I don't want to be on the lawn. I'd rather be in the amphitheater.
But you don't want a little room?
Well, I mean, when I go to I like sit down concerts.
Yeah, I'm with
Like
you on
in a
that.
theater.
Yeah.
Like those are cool. Like I like those.
Well-
But like I don't want to fucking stand next to someone who just did Molly and it's just like, okay, they're gonna start having sex right now.
I'm also kind of spoiled because I've been to Rock on the Range and like Sonic Temple as like a performer. So we could stand on the side stages and just watch from there. And that's kind of the best place to watch a concert because you're like, you don't have to, you can watch all the riffraff. You get to like see like this bird's eye view of everything, of everybody that's down in front. And then you also get to see the band right there.
I was 13 years old. I went to Ozfest by myself.
Really?
It was the greatest day of my life. I saw a guy die that day. I swear to God, dude. It was amazing.
real?
I'm for real. I went to it. Well, I didn't go by myself. I went with another 13-year-old friend. My mom had no idea. She thought it's like, oh, I know Ozzy.
Yeah.
I know that name. She let me go. I went. I was
Shit, no,
13
that's, like,
years old.
Black metal, like.
Well, she didn't care. My parents never cared about what music I listened to, but they did care about the environments I would have put myself. If they would have saw what I saw that day, I did a lot of growing up and soul searching.
What was it? I mean, okay, so you saw a guy die for real? Did he overdose or something?
No, I don't know if he actually died.
But in your 13-year-old mind, you're like, I just saw something traumatic.
Listen to this lineup, dude.
Yeah.
Listen to this lineup for a 13. This was my first concert, by
Yeah.
the way. Slayer was there.
Okay.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
No, not Iron. It was Judas Priest.
Ah,
The original Sabbath lineup. It was the
Really?
original Sabbath lineup. Yeah, Black Sabbath
that's pretty
reunited.
incredible to have seen the original,
Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
It was the second greatest concert
only-
I've ever seen.
If only they were a good band.
You're not a Sabbath fan?
I don't. I'm just trying to fuck around with people.
No. So
War pigs, war pigs,
so-
war pigs, war pigs.
I remember this Judas Priest was on, and I'm like, yeah, living after midnight, and we're like watching Judas Priest, and this dude like pulls out his dick and starts peeing on a guy, like he's shit housed, like
Yeah.
wasted. And then he's just like peeing on this guy's leg. And after a while, this guy notices. And I'm literally like right here.
Yeah.
Like this is where the action was happening. I'm right here. Like right at the barricade of like Blossom where the amphitheater and the lawn like meets. I was right there. Like, you know. And this guy like starts peeing on his leg. He turns around, like decks him.
Of
and
course.
Dude goes down, like smashes his, like hits the back of his head.
Yeah.
Like on the concrete. And then they like brought out like,
Where was it?
okay, so it was a Blossom.
Okay, up.
It was a Blossom, yeah. So like, there's the amphitheater,
Yeah.
then there's the lawn, and then there's that like barrier.
Yeah.
I was like right up against the barrier, and this dude like punched him in the face, and he goes down and like smashes his head on the concrete.
Wow.
And they brought out like the EMTs. They like 911'd him out.
Damn.
I'm like, there's no, but like the way that dude hit the ground, I'm like, wow.
Because he was gonna go down real hard anyway because of how drunk he was.
Right.
And then getting the
getting
force of a
clocked,
punch,
yeah.
is gonna make it that much more significant.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was the first
That's
concert I've ever
incredible.
been to.
Great lineup too. Like,
Yeah.
but for real to see like
The original Sabbath.
the original lineup.
And that's
of
the
Sabbath
second
is-
greatest concert I've ever
All
been
right,
to.
was the first greatest?
Parliament. I saw Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh,
dude.
really?
Dude, it was the best show I've ever seen. I saw it at the House of Blues, and as a rule, I don't really like the House of Blues. I'm not crazy about it, but yeah, like we saw.
But to see a band like that there,
Yeah.
like it's a small enough venue, like you're getting a great
Yeah.
show.
We saw Pixies together.
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple years ago. That was a good show
Yeah,
too.
that was the Agora. That was
yeah,
great. Yeah.
that was a good show, but it wasn't in my best. I saw Weezer and Pixies the next year.
So
after
I
that.
saw Weezer at the AP Awards. They did it at
Oh, cool.
it was Quicken Loans at the time, and like by the time Weezer was closing out the show, and they did like 4 songs to close out the show because it's like an award ceremony, and they like everybody had left, so they were letting anybody down onto to the floor, and I saw Weezer from like
That's cool.
10 feet away, so that was really cool.
That's cool.
And then like I saw the Foo Fighters at Sonic Temple from like pretty close up, and
That's awesome.
So I've seen some good ones too. I think the Foo Fighters is probably my favorite.
I
Like,
drove.
and then Coheed and Cambria I love so much.
I saw Elvis Costello. Well,
Oh
it
yeah, I
was
saw
a
him.
good show.
I
It
saw
was a good
Elvis
show.
Costello at Playhouse Square. That was like
I saw. Were we at the same thing?
probably.
Was it the Connor Theater?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
at the same show. Yeah.
That was a great performance.
Yeah, that was good. It was just by himself.
Just playing guitar.
Yeah, that was
It
cool.
was like an electric concert, but it wasn't like, sorry, the girlfriend's calling or something. Do you have a girlfriend?
Me? No, I don't.
Well, ladies.
You don't want to go camping with me.
No, you pretty much are taking yourself out of the dating pool with that one.
That's right. Yeah,
Girls
I'm
love
out.
camping. They're like, because they never have to do it.
I'm good being alone.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it.
that's a very secure thing to say.
Yeah,
That's a good way that a lonely person lies to themselves.
Oh no, I really am not. I actually had this conversation with someone who was kind of interested in me. I'm
you're
like,
like,
yeah, dude,
nah,
I'm good. I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I'm good. I mean, we could have like a lot of sex if you want, but I don't want to be with.
You don't want to do relationship stuff.
No, absolutely not.
That's very understandable.
Yeah, I wish more people would recognize that about themselves.
Yeah,
I wish
people like, because we're taught to like
you
pair
have
up
to.
and be in love and
Yeah,
blah,
dude.
blah, blah. Like I really enjoy the independence that my girlfriend and I have from each other, where it's like we can go, like, she doesn't. We've been together over a year now, been like technically kind of 2 years because we like fucked for a year and then we became like a couple, and so. Like we talked to, like, do you want to move in? And she's like, not really. I'm like, that's cool, because I don't really like. I thought maybe financially it might be. And she's like, no, I like having my space. I like having my stuff. I'm like, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I wish.
And so like we'll see each other 4 or 5 nights a week, but but like sometimes we won't see each other for 3 or 4 days, and we're cool with it.
Yeah,
And it's like, yeah, it's nice to not be like codependent, where like I've been in those relationships too, where it's like, how come you didn't call me right as soon as you got off work? I'm like, I was talking to my other girlfriend. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell people about this podcast. I think we've really hit our stride, and we're saying really funny things. And, we want more people to join in on the fun.
yeah.
And then follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Follow AJ on Twitter at AJ DeCosimo. And then come see me at my album recording May 7th through 9th at Hilarities.
I'll be there, but I'm not. I don't think.
Do you want to do something? You can do a set.
Well, so what day? What day is that? 7th through the 9th?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We'll do the late show,
see.
so it's 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then Sundays at 7.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. Okay. We'll see if maybe I'll do one of those nights.
Okay. And then give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. Those are always nice to have. And then that's all. And we'll see you guys next week.
This is the Bill Squire Show.